Welcome to the next installment of Chess 12. This is Chess 12 Part 4, A Call to Arms. And it's called A Call to Arms because the two new pieces introduced are the Archer and the Champion. Now, once again, just like in our last lesson, we had a board set up with the Prince and the Princess already situated to where they were going to be. This is the same case here, where the bishops normally go is where I have the archers, and where the knights normally go is where I have the champions. Okay, now just a note on where are you going to get other pieces so that you can play chess 3. Okay, and there's a lot of different things that you can do. First off, since there are no knights or bishops in this particular game, I could have opted just to use the knight's piece and the bishop piece and have them represent the archers and champions. Okay, that's one simple solution that would not require anything extra. The pieces I have come from another chess set, one of those custom chess sets. You could purchase one of those and use those pieces. Another thing you can purchase, that is miniatures. Some of the hobby stores have miniatures. You could buy, for example, since we have an archer here, you can buy some sort of archer miniature and put that for your archer piece. Now, if you didn't want to spend a lot of money or any money on these pieces, another thing you can do is you can custom make your own. Now, I've got some simple versions right here. One, I use some Dixie cups with the archer symbol, AR, and at some other point we can probably talk about nomenclature, but we have used AR to stand for the archer when we're keeping track of nomenclature. Another thing that you could do is you can take an index card and you can wrap it in a circle and tape it. And if you're artistically inclined, you can draw a little picture. Obviously my picture is very simplified. Of course, you can take one from the internet and paste it on here. And you can put whatever little sayings that you want here. So those are two options. Third one, if you are any type of woodworker, you can come up with a way to make similar pieces that would represent the archer, the champion, the prince or princess. I've come up with a few designs myself, nothing that I've made yet, but that is definitely something for future discussions and future creations. So you woodworker types, you artist types that are out there, hey, feel free. It's wide open right now for whoever wants to come up with some extra pieces. So let's get into the heart of this particular lesson, and we'll start with the champion. And there's two things about the champion. One, it is a jumper piece. Okay, so now we have another jumper piece other than the knight. The champion is a 2x2 jumper. Okay, so basically the champion here can jump right there. Okay, now obviously that is somewhat limited of a movement, so the other thing that the champion can do to readjust itself is he can move one square in any direction. Okay, so what you can do then is once you have your jumper out there, it can reposition itself one square in any direction so that it can cover some other squares. So it is a somewhat limited piece. It's probably a little bit more limited than a knight. And you might wonder, why would I choose a piece such as a champion for this game? And the answer, well, there's two parts to the answer. One is you personally might have developed a tactic that is very effective with a champion. And when you choose that piece, your opponent might not understand the tactic that you are going to use. Sometimes using the lesser pieces, the less powerful pieces in an attack will catch your opponent by surprise. Okay. The other thing is, you might choose a champion so that your opponent has a champion to use. In other words, you're limiting your opponent's abilities by choosing a less powerful piece. Now, granted, you get that less powerful piece as well, but once again, if you have a plan to use some other pieces in a certain attack, and you don't want like a whole bunch of powerful pieces running around the board that your opponent can use, hey, choosing a champion might be a way to go. Okay, so the next piece that we're going to look at is the archer. Okay, and I will show how the archer moves here with a couple of moves here from this game. First off, we will move black's champion, jump from b8 to c6, sorry, d6. Okay, and then white will start to develop his archer, c1 to d2. Now, archers can only move one square in either direction. Okay, one square in either direction. They don't jump, right? But they have a unique capturing ability. Okay, and demonstrate that here. The champion is going to position himself, so he's going to move one square. Okay, from d6 to c5. And now the archer is going to move from d2 to e3. All right, now first off, black's next move. Black can jump and capture the archer. It's a, two jump move that is acceptable. However, if black does that, he can be captured by the pawn. Right, so he might not want to do that. But the black champion cannot stay there because the archer has a ranged attack. Okay, the archer can shoot his arrow and capture that champion. All right, and the beauty of it is the archer does not have to move to do that. All right, so it gives the archer some unique powers to be able to do that, to be able to capture with a ranged attack, not having to move there. One disadvantage that the archer has is that when it moves, it cannot capture. Okay, so for example, if the champion was there, okay, the archer could not move and capture the champion. Okay, obviously the archer can fire and capture the champion, all right, but if he was trying to move to reposition himself, he would not be able to do that, all right, and capture at the same time. So those are the two new pieces added to this game. Once again, the game setup I have here was just kind of a standard setup that you can use so that you can practice, and you can practice against other people or chat with other people online that do the same game, so that you can get used to how the pieces work, and then you can switch things up. So here is another possible setup with chess 3, and white and black went through the motions and set up their pieces. You can see in this case there's 2 archers, a champion, 2 bishops, and a rook. Along with that, the prince or the princess could have been put in here as a possibility, or one of each. We could have had 3 archers and 3 champions perhaps, or 3 archers and 3 bishops. There's many different variations now that we can add to this. Okay. Now, just as a side note, we will, or I will, provide, I believe, 3 more lessons on the different types of pieces that you can add. And I haven't play tested this very much. I've play tested it a little bit. I've already made changes to some of the pieces, and I am more than willing to listen to ideas on how to change some of these pieces some more, so they're either not too powerful or they're a little bit more powerful. Obviously, if some pieces aren't getting used very much, then maybe they're just not worth it. Okay, but I have 6 more types of pieces for chess 3, and so those will be coming in subsequent lessons. All right, so play away, give me your comments, and just enjoy the game. Have a great time with it. Thank you.